All right, black triangle closure. Okay, now I'm gonna stop it here. You can actually see exactly what we're talking about here. Now that arrow is pointing right towards what we call a black triangle. Now black triangles are from where you don't brush or floss very good, and then your teeth and gums get inflamed. We call that gingivitis. Now, once it's inflamed, the bone really does not like to be around inflammation and pain. And so what that bone does is it will start to dissolve and go downward. And the gum is physically attached to that bone. And so if the bone drops, the gum will drop with it. Now your teeth are triangular shaped and the inside is filled with that gum and bone. And so if it drops and then the gum drops, now all of a sudden you're left with a black triangle. And so that's what we're seeing here is that black triangle. Now normally in braces what we do is we actually polish between it with what we call an IPR disc. We actually take the triangle, we get it into a flat shape by shaving off all this stuff. We shave it away and then we close it up with braces and power chain. But these people are going to do it a different way. So let's go ahead and take a look. All right. Okay, so they're taking measurements here with a probe. All right, I don't know what that does, but maybe that just shows them how much they're gonna have to add. And so they're rubber damming. This is where you have to get all that stuff off. They're gonna start to clean the teeth to make sure it's ready. It looks like they're gonna bond something here. So they're putting that same etchant that we put our braces on. That's the same way we actually do fillings. So they're basically doing a mild filling here. So they're doing the little bonding agent. That's the thing that you put on before you stick it. It's a sandwich layer between the teeth. This is exactly how we put braces on, but this is for a permanent restoration. Now, they're using that little Teflon sheet there because the composite, the glue that we put on there doesn't stick to it. So that way they don't accidentally glue the two teeth together. And now they're going to polish and clean it up, doing the little discs and everything. And my guess is they just kind of filled in the gap with that. Now they're smoothing it off, and look at that, the closed black triangle result. So that is actually pretty crazy because it's cool to see just how close you can get the color of the filling material to the tooth. You don't even really realize that she's got that. Now she definitely could have just done this with braces and Invisalign where you just polish between there and we close it up a little bit. In fact, I've got a couple little black triangles from maybe not brushing and flossing as good as I should have when I was a kid. I'm actually gonna go through Invisalign and fix it up the old school way. But this is definitely a way to do it. The only problem with this is when she whitens her teeth, these areas underneath will be the same color. So you'll see these little yellow triangles in between. So instead of black triangles, she's gonna have yellow triangles. And also it does have a chance to, break off or get infected underneath it, or, there's just problems with fillings that you don't have with the actual tooth structure. So either way, still a pretty good job, and shout out to Dr. Kiki Norman for doing this. It turned out really, really well.